You need someone to help defend your time and attention. As an owner, your time can be eaten alive by outside distractions. Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. Make sure to go check us out, mybusinessonpurpose.com/healthy, and take that 5 to 7 minute metric healthy assessment. Thomas and I, we were doing our weekly check-in, and we got to the last statement. After I had asked him the check-in questions, Thomas walks through those check-in questions. If you're reading this online through this link that we've included, you can just Google it, My Business on Purpose check-in questions. And that last statement is, here's what I see in you and here's what I need from you. Now, at this stage of our business, my role is requiring more and more visioneering and more accountability to the macro level task items. If my head gets caught up in too much day-to-day strategy, then frankly, we as a business are not going to maximize where I am most valuable to the business in the seat that I sit in. Now, note, for context, at the time of this recording, we're a team of 8 with 5 full-time coaches, 3 focused roles to share client connections, marketing, and administration and accounting. So put that into perspective. Thomas heard what I am seeing in him and the growth that he is heading towards in leading our coach team. I then shared a thought I had not spoken, but as I was talking out loud, it helped to make sense. Here's what I said. Thomas, I need you to run defense on questions, thoughts, and ideas that I could easily run with and get lost in. The reality is ownership is lonely, and ownership can be misunderstood. Leading the business from 60,000 feet requires a challenging juggling act of realizing the impact of each decision on the business as a whole, and also the impact of each decision on each individual and their professional and personal life. At times, those disparities can seem to be in conflict, and the urge is for the owner to abandon the skies and crash back down to the ground to make sure everything's okay in the midst of unintentionally show distrust to the wildly capable team that's managing the ground game. Now, at the moment that I was asking Thomas to recognize when I feel the urge to rush back down to earth in moments where it's clear that I need to remain in the sky to test and evaluate the atmosphere for the future vision of the business. Each of us has blind spots, areas that no matter how hard we look, we are simply unable to see, and we need other team members to have our back and to say something when they see something. I've asked many of our team members to have my back at different times and in different ways. This is just one example. So who do you have on your team that can ensure you are able to stay in the clouds for a bit and do the important work on the business? If there's no one right now, don't be discouraged. Instead, let's be on the lookout. There's a high likelihood that that person already exists in your business, but simply has not been trained or groomed, invested in, or invited to the point of being able to have those open conversations. By developing these conversations, the have your back mindset begins to work both ways. I'm reminded of a scene in Gladiator where the new gladiators were being attacked from all sides in the arena, and Maximus, Russell Crowe, led his men into a 360 circle, which each man, facing outward, backs to each other, and they begin to look and defend themselves. That's the image. And it's not that you're constantly playing defense. At some point, they began to play offense as well, but they couldn't have played the offense until they were back-to-back looking outward. So here are 3 ways to develop that have your back kind of culture. First, begin hosting weekly or every other weekly check-ins in your business. Now, Thomas has actually done an instructional and informational video to record and deliver each of these questions and that important final statement. You can go into the My Business on Purpose YouTube channel and check that out. Just put a search feature in there for check-in questions. The second thing you can do is build a simple culture calendar on a spreadsheet. Write out the dates along the top row of the spreadsheet, week by week. Then on the left-hand column, top to bottom, usually column A, write out all of the cultural elements you wish were installed in your business. Team meetings, birthdays, check-ins, team training days, all of the regular touch points that you would want to run a healthy business. Now, during each weekly team meeting review, take a look at your culture calendar. Watch the connection, the communication, and the relationships begin to develop in a powerful way. Finally, the third thing, share big wins at every team meeting and make some of those big wins the actions of your team members who really pulled their weight on certain items. Hey, don't be too cool for this step. Your team will buy in and they'll appreciate it over time. So, who can help run defense on your time so that you can make time for the things that really matter at work and at home? Again, go check us out, mybusinessonpurpose.com/healthy, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and the podcast.